Pisces Rising December 2021 is a final big takeaway about your career journey over the past year and a half that leads to the very end of the month being finally your time to shine. If you're excited to dive into the astrology and the tarot for your rising sign for this December, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you are always up to date with what the stars have in store for you. Before we get into it, quick mention of two things that I use on a daily basis in crypto that you might be interested in. First is Swan Bitcoin. It's where I dollar cost average every month and buy a small amount of Bitcoin repeatedly. And if you use my link down below, you will get $10 of free Bitcoin upon signing up. And the second thing that I want to mention is Cointelegraph Markets Pro, a resource to track news and what's up and coming in the market. So it will let you know whether Bitcoin or altcoins are projected to perform better in the weeks to come. It will also let you know what coins are trending in the news so you can front run them and get ahead of the trade. So I use both of them regularly if you want to check them out down below. Hi, if we have not met yet, I am Maren. I am a professional astrologer using Hellenistic techniques within whole sign houses and the tropical zodiac if you're new here and confused about what system I'm using. We start out the month on the 4th with a solar eclipse in your Sagittarius 10th house. So solar eclipses are new beginnings on steroids that involve world events that catalyze new beginnings in our own lives. And the past year and a half, you've had the South Node, an indicator of decrease or less attachment in your 10th house of career. So as paradoxical as it is, the 10th house of career that's had a big clear out now has a new beginning of whatever the takeaway is over the past year and a half and what that's led you to want in your 10th house of career. On the 6th to the 8th, Mars in your Scorpio 9th house will then square Jupiter in your Aquarius 12th house. So expansion, good things coming your way on mental health or spiritual practices are getting a bit of trouble with things that are more conflict-ridden in your 9th house, which is foreign travel, higher education, large-scale plans are like the things that you have your sights on are causing a bit of mental health trouble early in the month. Then on the 9th onward, Venus will be conjunct Pluto in your Capricorn 11th house. So Venus's value, Pluto is massive psychological scale, and the 11th house is groups, networking, and connections. So complete rethinking of the values that you hold dear and what you prioritize and what is in your best well-being for long-term investing in who you see, who you know, and who you surround yourself with. On the 11th to the 12th, the sun will be in your 10th house, square Neptune in your 1st house. So even as there's a focus on career, Neptune in your 1st house is like, is that what I even want? You're a bit confused about what is true to your identity and what it is you actually want in your career, even with this new beginning being offered to you. On the 14th, then, Mars enters your Sagittarius 10th house of career, showing that things get a bit more aggressive, you have to be more assertive in your career world moving forward. And then on the 16th, onward into the second half of the month, Saturn in your Aquarius 12th house will be squaring Uranus in your Taurus 3rd house. So caution, being a bit more conservative or guarded with your mental health, really keeping that as a rigid priority, is rubbing up against instability or unsteadiness on a day-to-day basis of what your content creation or work or output is demanding of you. So this has been an ongoing theme, but that's really relevant as we close out the year, is there's so much weight on your shoulders to produce, and your mental health is like, wait, I kind of want to slow down or take things a bit more long-term. On the 19th, there's a full moon in your Gemini 4th house. So that is an ending, a culmination, a letting go around a chapter of home and family matters. So something ending around living situation, a relationship with a family member, something is coming to a bit of a close that will tie up the year as like the really final ending. Even though on the 20th, the really major thing is then Venus stationing retrograde in your Capricorn 11th house conjunct Pluto. This is a massive rethinking, going back to reconsider what values, what people, and what circumstances you truly want to support you in the next 2 months as we head into 2022. Because Venus will be retrograde until, spring. Venus will be in Capricorn until March, where your 11th house of connections is getting an overhaul, kind of based on late 2019 to early 2020 and the really difficult journeys that you had there. When the sun enters Capricorn on the 11th, this is even further exacerbated, and the year ends on a high note with Jupiter entering your 1st house of self. So Jupiter, planet of growth and optimism, is entering your Pisces 1st house. It was there May into July, and it's now reconfirming the opportunities, the growth, the recognition that you're getting that you might have had a bit of a preview of earlier this year. If you have any thoughts down below about what's coming up for you, I would love to hear any thoughts, any opinions, any projected events that line up with what I'm seeing here. Always interested to hear down below. And let's get into the tarot. The tarot card that we have for Pisces Rising is the Knight of Stalks reversed. So knights are action cards. They're the way that we go after things. And the stock suit in this trading view deck is really pentacles. Inverted is rethinking whoa, whoa, whoa. So this is quite literally saying, how is it that you're going after things that matter to you? Do you need to be more assertive? Do you need to be more direct? Do you need to ask for things more directly and not be as taken advantage of? Or maybe do you need to chill and take a back seat? There's a reanalysis of how you get the resources that you need so that you can be more efficient and mindful. If you did enjoy this, as always, make sure that you like, subscribe. It does help out in the algorithm. And as the last video for your rising sign for 2021, if you want to mention anything about what you've experienced or like things that transit-wise came up for you along the year that maybe I didn't touch on or I did and you want to emphasize, let me know in the comments. I always get interested to read. I see everything. So for now, I will see you in 2022. Take care. That will be the next one.